Hello, are you out there? I'm Mark with Redo Over, and we're back to Stellaris 4.2 no DLC playthrough. Here we go. I want to look at these Empire focus items. I figured some stuff out, or some people told me in the comments. This could actually help us out quite a bit, considering we're specifically playing a low-tech civilization. So we're definitely going to take a look at that here in a moment. But for the time being, yes, our Federation is losing XP. We discussed this last time. Essentially, we are still in negative total cohesion, but we are moving in the positive direction. Monthly cohesion impact is plus 9.29. Once this little bar gets to 0, starts getting to plus 10, plus 20, we will gain 1 Federation XP for every 10 positive cohesion. So we are on our way there. And as demonstrated, you cannot go into negative XP. So you can never go below 0. Thank goodness. But that will resolve itself. We're doing the right things, okay? So we'll dismiss that. We have construction. Where's the construction? This is Bones of a Dead Star. Right here. Okay, they made the little star base at Cybrix Alpha, which is where our defunct megastructure is. We'll get it built up. So for the time being, we'll just have them build this mining station, and then how about I'm going to shift and click again to build that mining station. So hopefully she'll get both of those built up. We are at the phase of our game where it is time to fill in all the cracks. As we said, we're going to get Ranta Mario here. I see there's a potential habitable desert world at Uproth, so still 10, 12 systems for us to fill in. There's a few Bivham up here. Uzan isn't even surveyed yet, so we got stuff to do, which is great. We'll dismiss that, and then here is a new technology for us. This is actually good. Miniature containment field, research station output plus 10%. Although we are not going after research in any way, somehow I chose that. There must have been a lot of other bad options. Containment force fields are excellent for isolating and holding various substances or specimens so they can be analyzed in detail. Fantastic. New research. That will drive up our... I would guess most of our science is coming from the space stations that we're building, because we don't leave anything undeveloped, but we're not building research labs on our planet. So yeah, probably over half of our science is coming from our space stations. So that's okay. Right off the bat, I know this is science. No, I'm not worried about FTL inhibitors. No one's going to FTL us. I don't think we need to inhibit that for now. Gravatic sensors increases ship range, hypership detection range. It's not horrible, but it's just, I don't plan on anybody attacking us, so I don't really care. Chemical plants, so we need this. This is to get volatile motes. As of right now, the only strategic resource we can harvest is exotic gases at plus 3. We can't even harvest the others. So if we unlock this building, it will unlock volatile motes. And I think we can then build the space stations to harvest them, I think. We have some volatile motes right there. Yeah, there's a few spots. I see exotic gases. Oh, you know what? It does take its own technology. So we need exotic gas extraction to get those, and we would need mote stabilization to get those volatile motes. So barring that technology, we just get the chemical plant. This is a building, limit 1 per planet, and this is, let's see, it's not that expensive. It's only base upkeep of 3 energy. Mineral upkeep per 100 metallurgist goes up by 1.25. Oh. And upkeep for artisans as well. So you're going to need more surplus minerals to feed into this machine. But then volatile motes produced per 100 metallurgists and artisans will lead to a quarter of a mote. So every 100 artisan or metallurgist workers will give us a quarter of a mote. We have quite a few in our empire, so I would guess we can get a couple to a few, 2, 3, 4 motes per turn. I'll take it, yeah. We may have to build a few of those plants. Was there anything else? Yeah. Listen, research complexes, we're kind of like Fooey. You know us. We're not doing research stuff. Colony development, I don't think is really necessary. Our colonies are functionally developed at this point. In basic combat roles, I think that gives you plus to hit on your ships. I would take it at some point, but we don't need it right now. So yeah, I'm going to go for the chemical plants. Lock that in there, 59 months out. And it looks like We have some simulation coming up quickly, and ceramo metals are a little ways out. Let's close that down, and let's go to situation log, Empire focus. All right, so we're actually pretty far along here. Here's our timeline. This is kind of like the historical progression of our empire. So we can click back through here. I wish this was more smooth, but it's really chunky. Like when I hit the arrow, you see how it just sort of like jumps along there. So instead of being able to like smoothly scroll it left to right, like I'm trying to grab with my mouse. Or can I zoom out? There you go. Yeah, it's just not really nice to look at, in my opinion. It's a subtle thing, but it's just like, if I'm looking at this film strip, I, as a modern computer user, expect to be able to slide it left and right smoothly to see how each thing, advances by one, and I can see how my civilizations progress. But as it is, I can only just jump in these. See how like every single one of these changes every time I click? So it doesn't give this simulation of it being a contiguous advancement. It seems like pages of advancements. Small critique, but it's just like, yeah, it's the feel of how you use it. I don't want to use it, really. Okay. Whatever. Small critique. But here's the thing. When I was first looking at this, and I'm looking at these, hey, build an agricultural district, it essentially gives you a hint on how to do different objectives. The game's trying to teach you how to use all of its features. It says what is required to do it, has to build an agricultural district. Have I not done that? Or no, I've done it once, and I need to build another one. Oh, because you can get levels. So like level 1, level 2, right? You can do these things like up to 5 times. Okay, cool. But as I read over this, the rewards are 10 progress points in development, 10 progress points in conquest, 10 progress points in exploration. And for anyone who's searched this out and understood this, it's no big deal, but you're just sitting there going, great, okay, progress points. So what are the progress points for? I'm looking here, I don't see it, I'm looking here, I'm looking on these things, I'm clicking, I'm right-clicking. There's just what the rewards here. Nothing tells me what I get for those points, essentially. Okay, well, it's these 2 little hidden buttons here, in particular the progression. You click on completed, it just shows you the list of how many of these you've done. So we're up to level 2 here, but the rest of these are level 1. You can go to the conquest tab, similar thing. It's showing you all the points you've earned, so a lot. Like we've made a lot of rewards. Okay, cool. Development, same thing. Looks like we're all at level 1 on all the development. Okay, so this shows you your progress here. All right. And remember, you can discreetly repeat these over and over and over. So I can observe another pre-FTL civilization to get to the 3rd level, the 4th, the 5th. Keep cashing in those rewards. Progression is the rewards. They call it progression. Here we go. So under exploration, under conquest, and under development are technology or ability trees. Each one of these has 10, I think it's 10, tier 1 to 10, conquest, tier 1 to 10, and development, tier 1 to 10. And essentially what this is let's look here. We've already gotten tier 1 and 2 under development. Planetary unification, research option gained. So this doesn't, what does this mean? This means it doesn't give you the technology, it just gives you the ability to research the technology. However, each of these 3 paths focuses on different things. Exploration focuses on some science stuff and AI. Yeah, positronic AI. Oh, so travel, all right, jump drive, hyperspace slipstreams, hyperlane breach points. So those are travel, right? It's exploration. You get administrative AI, self-evolving logic, and positronic AI. And then it's got some science-related things. The multi-dimensional studies, advanced research complexes, right? Let's see. Exotic material labs, automated exploration protocols, things like that. Okay, cool. Terrestrial sculpting is terraforming. Okay, very cool. Conquest is going to give you a bunch of combat-related things. Destroyers, like better ships, cruisers, battleships, right? So this will get you ways to fight. And then under development, this is the one that I think for us in particular would be useful. This is things like planetary unification, bureaucracy, Federation code. Now, we already got to, excuse me, Federation code through our traditions tree, but this would be a way you could fast path this stuff if you knew that was the focus of your civilization. So theoretically, we might have wanted to switch over to development very early on in this game. And I didn't really understand this. It was like new to me, and I just didn't seem very interesting. I mean, listen, we got Federation code without using this. However, as I look in here, I see other stuff I would want, like Starhold. That's an improved star base. It's like the next form up. Xeno diplomacy, effective bureaucracy, Star Fortress. That's the even bigger star base. Xeno relations, Citadel, which is the largest of the star bases, and mega engineering, which at this point in the game we really want, considering we have access to Cyberx Alpha right there. We can't repair those damaged rings until we get to mega engineering. So it's not that this gives us the technology, but it gives us access to research the technology, which we're still very bad at. But I would kind of want to fast track this stuff. I would like the Starhold, the Star Fortress, the Citadel. I would like mega engineering. I probably want some of this other stuff floating around in here. So that being said, let's switch over to the development path and move away from the exploration path. Current development progress is 20 of 150. It'll cost 50 Unity to switch, which is no problem. We have it. And click to change Empire Focus increases the chances for development tasks. That's right. These are tasks in here that will yield more development points, like 25 development instead of 25 exploration. So let's do it right now. We'll say yes. And can I switch these out? Oh my gosh. Oh, those are expensive. Holy crud. Now, to be fair, I don't know how often these update. Here's promote a faction. Okay. In the factions tab of the government view, click manage faction and promote a faction. We could probably mess with some of that right now. Let's do that. But ultimately, what I'm going to want to do is get some of these changed out for things that will give me more development progress. That's what we're going to, casually focus in on. We're not going to go crazy with it. But do I want to risk switching some of these out right now? Yeah, listen, I don't know that we're going to gain access to a new pre-FTL civilization. Well, there's one right there. Okay, what else we got? Assign a scientist as a governor? Ooh, build an agricultural site. God, that sounds so easy to do. And we're behind on food. We could do one of those. We could do one. Okay, hold on. Let's get rid of this one here. So we will spend 200 Unity, replace it. There we go. We got join the galactic community. Mother thumper, we already did that. Can you do this more? Answers the innovation by joining the galactic community or open a galactic community above the outliner after it is formed and request to join. We have joined it. Okay. What good does this do us now? How can you move on to the next thing? We already have it. Okay. That's enough of that. Let's do one thing though. Let's jump over to our where's our factions at? Is it under government? Factions. Boom. We want to promote one of these. Who? Well, we are primarily spiritualist pacifists. We're way heavy into spiritualism, which is cool. Could we promote this faction over the others? Or are we better off promoting two of the factions and having them both grow? I don't know. I don't know if one thing's really better than the other. Let's try this. So let's see. Well, no, let's just focus in on what we're best at. Let's promote the Union of Divine Grace, manage faction. We can embrace it, promote it, suppress it. So promote the values of this Union of Divine Grace to increase attraction to the ethics while this decision is active. Promote it. It'll add 100% to the spiritualist attraction. Very cool. We'll close that down, and we'll see if we get a reward. There we go. That went forward. Can we click into there? What's going on here? Are those just switching out? What am I even looking at? Whoa, what's it doing? It's just updating these one after another. We completed all those tasks? Did we complete all those tasks? I think we did. Okay. But what I find interesting is each task completed, it just refreshed here. It didn't really refresh these other ones. And it got assign a scientist as governor back in our queue. Didn't we just replace that? I literally don't know if this is glitching out on me. I'm so sorry. Does anyone just see like these are just coming up over and over? Is it just rehashing Empire Focus? Yeah, it's glitched. Okay. Oh, that's annoying. No, there's development focus progression. I don't understand why it just keeps doing that. Let's close this down. It's weird. Did that make any sense to anybody? I would have expected like different tiles to come and go. No, I'm not going to give up on that. Hold on, we're going to try one more thing. We are going to go back to the Empire Focus. I would like to get rid of some of these other ones here. I'm going to replace this again. Can I replace it? No. It won't. Oh, it won't let me replace any of these? Huh. Okay, this seems wonkily broken right now. Okay. Okay. I have the Unity. Okay. We're gonna just run the game. We're gonna just delete that part of the episode out, folks, because that was a mess. Okay, we got claims coming in against us. Foreign Empire claims our system. This is the Free Estwanians claiming Eskaminza right here. They are claiming Ejok, and they're claiming Edervang. A lot of E's. Wow, they really have... Oh, they're the Free Estwanians, so they want all the E systems. That's pretty clever. No, really. Ejok and Edervang. Okay, so they're claiming at the edges of our territory, trying to push in there. We'll dismiss all these. We don't really care about that. Our food situation, though, is we're just on the cusp. Let's go to the market. We are selling food here. Let's remove that. That will take our trade to probably just about 0. And we're also selling electricity. Sorry. Energy. It might be electricity. You don't know. It could be antimatter. But if we take this down, what's going to happen is we're going to fall into a deficit on our trade. Let's let this run forward. Well, we're at exactly 0. So the only thing we're going negative on right now is energy. Now, I know that we could fix that up pretty easily if we were to go into our government and go to our edicts. We have a couple of energy-based edicts we're running that cost upkeep is 13 energy per turn. So we could easily fix that. But I don't want to turn off any of our precious, sweet edicts. So we'll find other ways to accommodate for our energy needs. Like, for instance, we have a starbase capacity of 2 additional starbases right now. Should we try and find a nebula to build a new starbase in? I think that would be worth doing. Let's see, right here on Isius. Let's jump into Isius. Ooh, there is a nebula here. Yeah, let's do it. Let's build another commercial starbase. So right here, we will upgrade them to starbase. It'll take about 8 months, and then we will be able to get more energy and food or possibly minerals out of that. It's like we can do solar panels. We can do the nebula refining will get us some stuff out of there. Oh, what was that construction thing that just popped up? Okay, hold on. I'm going to pause real quick. I'm going to check our ships. Yeah, we got a bunch of people lollygagging. What is the Wise doing? Nothing? Okay, hey, we have systems to survey here, folks. Let's get to it. Let's go to, how do you say that? Yanessa? Sure. Survey the system. So these 2 science ships are going to wrap up on our surveys here. Oh, and Aestars also needs surveying. Okay, no problem. We have 2 of our scientists currently working on excavating archaeological sites, which is cool. I'm only noting that because I did realize Uzun still needs to be surveyed. So we will get to that here shortly. What about our ships? Here we go. Yes, Escalon, is that how you say that? Yes. We need to build some mining stations, and we need to build some research stations. Who else do we have sitting on their butts? Bones of a Dead Star. They've completed those 2 little system improvements. Anything they can go grab real easily. Yeah, it's coming down to influence. We have influence to spend, though. We do. I like the... how do you say that? Ipiscalia? Yeah. Let's go grab that right now. Let's send them all the way over there, and we're going to build that because I like that mineral harvest right there. So that should keep all of our civilian ships busy. Hold on. Kuganamon, why are you sitting on your butt? What's happening? Ooh, boy. That is a properly habitable planet. No orders. Okay, you can go back to A stars then. Here we go. Survey system. Oh my gosh, wait. I should cancel out Bones of a Dead Star. I don't want them to go build that because I just realized we actually need to build out and claim these systems to get to Uproth. So I am actually going to grab them. No, grab them. And I'm going to cancel their orders, which gave us our influence back. You can see it jump back up to 147. And we're going to send them in to help with the process of claiming systems. They'll go to Munzun. They'll build that star base. And yeah, we should have enough influence to get all those built up. That's going to take not too much time. So let's grab a colony ship from our nearest... What's our nearest shipyard? Probably the Foo Station. Yeah, it is. Okay, shipyard, colony ship, boom. And who do we want to send there? Babaki. It's a desert world, which is perfect for us. Okay, so we are going to gain a new colony. That's awesome. This little gem was hidden away in here. I will take it. System survey, that's Uproth. Archaeological site pending event. Here we go. Message in a bottle. As we expected, the interior of this solar sailor is appropriately archaic. The bridge resembles the deck of an old planet-bound sailing ship designed to sail on watery seas. The deck plating appears to be metal, but most surfaces are covered with carved wood, a contrast to the glass-like substances on viewports and data screens. Powering up the ship's computers, we found a data file with an old-fashioned seafarer's song. According to our archaeologists, this melody was once known as a sea shanty or space shanty. We are attempting to transcribe the lyrics. Intriguing. We're just going to continue on. Difficulty levels 1, skill bonus 4. So we should crack through that, no problem. So we'll let them to it. And we did, in fact, finish our eco simulation. So food produced from farmers is plus 20%. Food from star-based constructions is plus 10%. So anywhere where we had a hydroponic farm producing 10 food is now going to be 11 food. So that should fix all of our food issues right there. Just that technology, which is good. We don't have to build any more agricultural districts. All right, here we go. Society research pick. Food processing. Ooh, there's an edict here. Yeah. This edict would allow us to resources produced from farmers plus 50%, but upkeep per 100 farmers plus a half of an energy. Maybe not that big into farmers. And otherwise it gets us some different, buildings and stuff. Oh, the agricultural focus, though, would open up the building slots for us. That, you know what I'm saying? On our colonies right now, they're locked away, those 3 building slots. Now, granted, they're probably only going to be for farm-related stuff. Might be nice to have. We don't want the Xenolab, we know that. Deep crust engineering. Ooh. Oh, look at this. Is this related to the new Infernals DLC? Probably. Check it out. Active volcanoes can be... You can clear that blocker. Volcanic craters can be cleared. Raging lava falls and rugged landscape. We have 0 of these. We have 0 of these. We have 1 active volcano. So if we were to choose this, we would get volcanic terraforming, which probably ain't going to really help us. But it would allow us to clear 1 blocker. Probably not worth it right now. And then we have this one here, Adaptive Bureaucracy, Edict Fund plus 20, and it opens more paths for covert operations. You know what? That's really cheap. Let's jump in and grab that one. Oh, and Fleet Logic. What logistics, sorry. Interesting. You can get extra naval cap through your anchorages. You can get extra experience for your starting ships. These are both star-based buildings. But the star-based buildings we're a little limited on right now because we're kind of on the baby starbase. I could see if we could get to the next size up, like Starholds or Citadels or something like that. we would have more room for extra buildings. I think a technology like that could be more valuable then. But for right now, I'm not too worried about it. Let's grab the Edict Fund. That's our super strength. And let's run the clock forward. I'm waiting for this food. There we go. Jumped up to plus 14. That's fantastic. Let's actually pause it because we want to go back to the market. And again, we want a small surplus, but not that much. So let's go to sell food, 10, add. That's going to get our trade back up again. So our trade's growing a little bit. Our food should steadily grow. And we will keep an eye on our shipyard. Okay. Bunch of stuff going on here. There we go. Starbase just finished, so they're Isius. So again, we've only got the one building. So what do we want in that building? We could do a hydroponics farm for food. We could do the Nebula refinery for additional minerals. Let's go. I think we have plenty of minerals for right now. So let's go with the hydroponic farm. Yes. And then under our modules, look, we can get solar panels right there. Each of these will produce an additional... what does that do? Field modulation, energy plus 10%? What produces 5.7. Federation taxes. Oh, crap. There you go. Sorry. We're going to build 2 of these. That should more or less get us even on our energy. But what we just saw there was that, yes, in fact, we are being taxed for being in the Federation. Remember when the Federation formed, we dipped down in a lot of these into the red. And I was like, oh, yeah, it must be some sort of fee. Well, here's the proof of it. So if we look in at our energy, let's see where that's being consumed. Edict, ship, station, starbases, buildings, districts, jobs. I don't see Federation tax there. Okay. Oh my gosh. This is monthly trades, energy credits are stored. Blah, blah. This is something I really don't know about. I would assume you would just see up here, though, that this is coming off. Or is it just the space stations that are being taxed? All of our star bases? So... well, stations. Like, for instance, we're making 110.6 energy on a station, 28.5 off of star bases. Are those getting taxed? Let's jump into Foo here, and we'll just hover over Midnight Dock. No, it doesn't really... no, it's not really telling us. And if we jump into Federation, does it talk about a tax rate? Oh, look at this. Hey, we've finally gotten into the positive here. We are now gaining experience. Our monthly cohesion is still growing at the 2.92. That hasn't changed, but total cohesion is up to 23. So we're progressing. I am kind of curious, though, that nowhere in here do I see anything about a tax rate. No? Yeah, it's a little more obscure than I think it should be, to be quite honest. Centralization, fleet contributions, yeah, succession type, succession term, can subject to join, vote, wait, war declaration, invite members, kick members, free migrations. Yeah. Help me out here, folks. If there's anyone that watches in the comments, where has it ever told us what the Federation tax rate's going to be? As far as I could tell, in the lead up to forming the Federation, and now that we formed the Federation and we look at the Federation tab, I just don't see anything on the screen that tells me what the cost of having the Federation is. Did I miss it? Is it here and I'm not seeing it? I'm really curious because, again, that's information the player probably wants to have. We have hard evidence now that, at least to our star bases, there is a Federation tax of minus 15%. But it's not reflected anywhere else. Right? Government tab, maybe? I don't really see anywhere in here where our Federation is talked about. Factions? No, I mean, the Federation's out of faction. Edict and policies? I don't know. I'm at a total loss. I think they would just be an obvious thing. Okay, let's keep playing. Here we go. We got to establish embassy. This diplomatic proposal will be automatically declined. Oh, no. Oh, here we go. These are new aliens, folks. Confederacy of Itha, military junta, evangelizing zealots. I love it. They are spiritualists, not fanatical. They're not spiritual enough for us. They are militarists. Fantastic. And they are xenophobes. Not xenophiles, xenophobes. However, they do want to establish an embassy with us. Agree? Oh, okay. Let's do that. Let's watch up here real quick. I want to see if... Hold on. Did we get an update? Oh, here we go. This is influence consumed minus 75. So in a federation is 0.5. That's with the Talakirans, right? That rolls up all of our other... No, it doesn't. That's... Yeah, it subsumes some of the other things like the alliance or whatever like that. It gets absorbed into the Federation. We still have the migration pack. We still have the research agreement. That's cool. Let's jump into the contacts. And we have now found the newest set of aliens. We are at plus 110 with them. That is good. Unavailable information with them. It's not so great. But let's see. Let's jump into diplomacy and see what we can do. We have options such as improving relations, harm relations, declare war, open trade deal, close borders, recall embassy, make claims. We can't form any of these pacts yet. We must get our positive relations or trust at different levels here. So green positive relations or trust 20. Two different ways to get at that. And that will require excellent or trust 30. So can we improve relations? I think, yeah. Twice-hanged Lawrence is sitting there with nothing to do. So he will work on that. And are we moving positively right now? Currently, we have neutral relations. Last month it changed by 0. So this is not moving. In our trust, we currently have a 10th of a trust, and it's increasing by a 10th each month due to the embassy. So we are going to be moving that in the correct direction. I'm curious as to, well, intel on these guys. We don't really have access to any other intel. Could we see them in situation log victory? Where do they fall? Right there. And they're in 4th place. So we're sitting pretty solid at 2nd place behind the Zabrian protectors. It's the Fallen Empire. And yeah, we're well above everyone else. Okay. You know, can we mess around? We have some of those advanced embassy options without having embassies because of one of our recent tradition picks, or have we not gotten to that one yet? Shoot, I don't think we've gotten to that. Hold on. We were looking at... No, we do have it. Allows advanced diplomatic actions without an embassy. So who can we work on that with? Who are these guys? A splintered species. The Etherian Society. Is this just a little baby? Low awareness. Oh my gosh. Oh, these are literally... Oh, does anyone else look like that hideous crab creature? No, I don't think so. No. Okay. So, no, these are... What are they called? Pre-FTL. This is pre-FTL species. We probably don't want to do diplomacy with them. Yeah, we don't want to mess that up for right now. Oh, look at that. They're ideal. Flat world theory. Landed nobility. They are fanatic spiritualists, and they are xenophile. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Renaissance age. Okay, that's their technology. They're currently 42% of the way through the Renaissance. They are ignorant of us, and their awareness of us is at current awareness level 2. Lacking evidence of interstellar life, the civilization still believes it may be alone in the universe. That's where we're at on Earth. At the start of the month, their awareness was 2. Okay, so that's not changing. Oh, we'll have to keep an eye on these guys. The Etherian. The Etherian? Okay. How about the Free Estwanians? How are we doing over here, folks? Diplomacy. Improve relations. Yeah, I think we've already got no one working on that. Yeah. That's all right. We're just letting them stew there. Build a spy network, harm relations, declare war. Open borders? I don't want to risk that just yet. All right, we'll leave the Free Estwanians for the time being. What else we got here? The Kendogen, we are improving relations currently with one of our diplomats, Big Alex. Declare war, offer trade deal? Offer association status. We can offer them association status with our Federation. This will act as a non-aggression pact between them and all members of the Federation. Oh, should we start on that? Form a commercial pact, form a research agreement. Oh, we can get all these done. Let's see, they're focused on inward perfection. Oh, that's right. They're focused on inward perfection, but will they do this one? Yes, even though they're focusing on inward perfection right there, which gives them a lot of nice bonuses, we can still offer them association status. Let's click it. The Space Friends Club does not only cooperate with its members, we would like to extend an offer of association status to the Kendogen Democratic Sons. Effects. We can offer them association status with our Federation. This will act as a non-aggression pact between them and all members of the Federation. Their trust of us will increase by 0.5 each month up to a maximum of 100. Should we do it? I think so. It looks like they will accept it. Let's confirm. I hope this doesn't piss off the Talacurans. All right. We're going to see what happens there. And Federation Association offer, this will automatically be declined. The Talacuran, we voted yes, yeah. Oh, okay. This is the, if another member of the Federation were to propose this association, every member of the Federation gets a vote, is what it looks like. So we are checked, so we're going to say vote yes. I don't know. They're divided. I guess that means that they're not saying negative. They're just split on it. I guess they don't like the Kendogen as much as we do. I'm not really clear on what their relations are, to be quite honest. And then appears the Confederacy of Itha. And there's, yeah, it looks like they're butted right up against them there. Fortunately, the Confederation of Itha and the Kendogen Democratic Sons seems to be in relative parity, and the Talacuran. So these three guys are all sandwiched against each other, but they're roughly equal in their power. If we look at the victory here, Talacuran, the Itha, and the Kendogen are all within just 100 rank points of each other, which is good because it means it's hard for any one of them to gain an advantage. If one goes to war with another, it's going to be an even match, right? They're all going to kind of drag each other down. So we need to just work on continuing to expand the gap between them and us. So we made our vote, and what is this? A member joined the galactic community. Oh, the Itha. Oh, let's take a look at that. Where are they coming in? Right there? Alakiran? Here we go. Yeah. All right, they're pretty weighty. They're pretty weighty. Senate is in session right now. Forming the Galactic Market is the next vote. It looks like everyone is on board with it. No, we have double weight. We have double weight. That's right. And of course, the Talacuran are with us. So these two have not weighed in yet. We'll let that ride out though. That should come to a vote pretty soon. Okay. We'll dismiss that. We got a bunch of stuff popping off here. What do we got here? Construction completed. Perfect. That's Fear No Spaceborne. Let's zoom in here. We got to get a look on here. Currently, the Canway was supposed to be... No, where's Bones of a Dead Star? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, they are right there. Okay, they're en route. So let's take the Fear No Spaceborne. Let's pop them to... A-Star. We'll just move there for now. And what are you doing here at Raltree? This is the Conway. I guess we just get in there and start building all these stations and whatnot. Sure. Now, we don't need 3 constructors in there at the same time. We don't need 3 construction ships. It's not that crazy. Where do we want to divert them off to? Somewhere useful. Brockamar. That's a pretty valuable station there. We're just going to move there for now because we need 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll have enough influence. We'll build that station now. They'll build that station. We'll be able to get the influence quick enough to move on through there. We have an archaeological event pending. This is the Gelibor's Choice. Red Tia translated another file from the abandoned laboratory at Wegmore 7A. Lab 17, internal staff memo, research lead, Gelibor. Colleagues, the project termination order came today. The Overlord's patience is at an end, and yet we are so close to our goal. The universal macrophage is more important than the whims of any one individual. A disease-free future can be ours. What is the small cost of a few more lives for such progress? Yes, I agree completely. If they don't send more trial subjects, I will test the latest prototype on myself. Will you join me? God, that's not us. That's Gelibor's message to her coworkers. They're just like, hey, yeah, when you're a doctor, sometimes you got to do surgery on yourself. I think that's the medical ethos all good doctors follow. Society research gain 692. I'll take it. And difficulty level is 4, so it's pretty tough. It's a pretty tough dig there. And we have a couple things popping off. Federation Association offer. Okay. So the Friends Space Club voted to offer Kendrian Democratic Sons Association status in the Federation. We both voted for it. All right. And this one, we are glad to have this opportunity to work with the Space Friends Club. I bet. We can offer them association status. Yeah, we did it. Okay. We'll dismiss that. We'll run forward for a month or two here, right there. And then let's jump back into contacts and just take a look through here. So the Confederacy of the Earth, it's not moving. We're not really gaining relations, even though we've assigned someone to improve relations. That may build steam over time, or we may need to get into some trade deals. So people in the comments were mentioning that you can offer trade deals, and if you keep them running for a while, it'll improve relations, I guess. Something I haven't really messed with, but sure. The Etherian Society, they have no knowledge of us, so they're just sitting even. The Free Aswanians are neutral with us as well. Oh, everyone's neutral with us. The Kenderjian are at a big plus 23. That's nice. Positive relations sit at 414 right now. The Talakuran, last month it changed by 0. They've stalled out their movement. Now it's possible because we've improved relations with the Kenderjian. We've hurt relations here. I don't know exactly. That's the Federation Association, is this little dome building with the flags. This symbol here, the actual laurels and stars, is the straight up Federation. I was still wondering how you can see embassies. It's not really clear to me. Didn't we get an embassy built up with the Free Estwanians? I know. I'm always wondering this, but how would we even see that? Establish an embassy. Oh, we'd have to remove our rivalship with them. Ooh. Okay. So we could just end our rivalry with them. They could still be rivals with us, but we can end our rival with them. You can see the little arrows here, right? This is who they rival, who we rival, right? Rivaled by. So we're rivals of each other. We could take away our side of that lightning bolt from Zeus. We got to be a little bit careful, though, because I know the Talakurans also hate. Here we go. Part of our good relations with them, if I'm not mistaken, relates to our shared... Let's just see here. Their opinion of us is friendly contact, mutual rival, plus 50. So under their opinion of us, right in the middle, under trust, mutual rivalry, plus 50, which is a chunk. That mutual rival is worth as much for their opinion of us as our entire Federation at 50. Right? And for us as well, our opinion of them also has a mutual rival. So because we are essentially in rivalry joined together against the Free Estwanians, altogether, that 1550 is a total of plus 100? That's a lot. What happens if we cancel our share of the rivalry, then us and the Talakurans will lose our mutual rivalry, which will drop our relations by 100 total to 842? Would that continue to slide down? No, it would still leave us in the excellent relation area. But we have a lot of room to grow there on those excellent relations. Oh boy. Oh, do we take the risk? Is it worth it for us to ever have the Free Estuanians not be hostile to us? I mean, it's kind of fun having a rivalry. What else do we get for having a rivalry? We get a half of an influence every month for our rivalry as well. It's paying us influence. Ooh, boy. We could roll the dice and remove the rivalry and see what happens and learn something. It could be really bad, though, for our Federation. Do you protect the eggs you have in the hand versus the eggs that are still in the nest? We're harvesting eggs here, obviously. We want to eat them. But are we trying to get all the eggs into the basket? Are we trying to bring everyone into the Federation? Can the Free Estuanians be brought into it? I don't know. We don't really have good intel on why it is they hate us so much. That sucks. AI attitude hostile. This empire views us as their enemy. They are likely to attack us if they think they can win. Yeah, if their fleet power gets considerably bigger than ours, or our allies keep us safe. I don't know what to do here, folks. I'm looking at the... Who are we looking at here? Sorry. This is the Kendojin. We do not share the same rivalry relationship with them, with the Kendojin. Let's check real quickly here. The... Oh, I can't see. I don't have good enough relations to see into these. I don't know. Maybe I pull the rivalry. Let's try it. I bet it's going to hurt. Let's just do it, though. So, Free Estuanians, end rivalry. Ending our rivalry with the Free Estuanian Confederacy may remove our animosity. Cast a spell eye on Free. Let's do it. Oh, crap. Let's, Oh, it dropped that instantly. We didn't even have to run a day forward. Okay. Yeah, we're still at 842, which isn't bad. I want to kind of watch these. So we're at 800 here, 400, 100. Let's run the clock forward through the month. We'll pause there. Let's take one more look. That stayed the same. That stayed the same. I don't think that changed. They're improving by +6. It changed by 100, but we know what that's from. We'll see if it'll continue to climb. So 842. Let's run this forward some more here. Boom. Pause again. Check again. 842. Wow, we're dead stalled out. And our growth with the Kendojin is slowing. So it looks like your relations tend towards zero growth unless you do something or they do something to change it. So I had in my head that relations were more like the Federation experience, where you're accumulating a certain amount. Like, most of the other resources in the game, you're always moving forward or negative. But it seems like relations really stabilize to a given point unless you're doing something to move it. We're getting the +2 there because we've sent someone to improve relations, so they're doing the active work of it. They don't know about us. Free Estuanians are at a +2. We're slowly, possibly going to be able to improve that. We're at a +3 there. We're at a 0 with the Talakiran. I don't suppose we have anyone working on improving relations with the Talakiran. Diplomacy. I know we have 2 people working on that. Cannot assign leaders to the same occupation? I'm not exactly sure what that means. Oh. Does that mean neither of them are doing their job? What the heck? Cannot assign leader to the same occupation. Improving relations with Talakiran had... Does that mean they can't do that? Gosh dang it. Hold on. I'm confused now. We have someone going to Itha. We're right here. We can see what everybody's doing. Busy improving. Kendogen, the Earth, Itha, and the Talacuran. Let's take Mad Baldessari and move them away from improving relations with the Talacuran and improve relations with the Free Estuanians. That way, each of our envoys is doing a different job. Mad Baldessari, accept. Boom. Close that down. We look here now. Yes, everyone's working on one of the different four, competition civilizations with us. Let's run the clock forward some more.
Research complete.
Pausing again. Let's take another look at the contacts. That's sitting stable. That's improving by +5. That's improving by a +2. All right. We'll call that good. Fristwanians +0 now. Ah, dang it. All right. It's a slow process. Here's the technology though. Ceramo metal armor. A combination of different materials and ceramics that result in a strong armor without sacrificing flexibility. New research. What do we have in here? Some good stuff here, folks. Oh my gosh. Starholds. Destroyer. Yes, I want that. Yes, I want that. Gas extraction wells. Yes, I want that as well. Oh my lord. Plasticil armor, crystal infused plating. We just got newish armor. Those can wait for now. All three of these are really good. We got so much going into our cruisers right now. Do we need the destroyer? Probably not. It's tricky. If we get the Starhold, it gives us a lot more commercial upside. Like you can think of the 7 star bases we have right now. They could all be upgraded to Starholds, thus giving us more building and module slots. So we get a lot more commercial good coming out of all of those. Like probably like if each building on average is going to give us say like 10 extra, we'll say building / modules, 1 and 1 times 7, 14 additional things at about 10 resources, maybe 100 to 140 extra resources spread across the energy, the minerals, the food. Yeah, that's a big bonus there for our infrastructure. But we only have so many shots of these, and we do have gas extraction heads out there that are just waiting. And if we have extra exotic gas, we can just sell that on the market for a pretty good value and get a lot of energy or get a lot of trade that way. I'm going to go with this for now. No, we shouldn't. Oh, gosh darn it. I'm so sorry. I realize why I'm being torn here is because we have access to exotic gases at least through one pathway already. Starhold. Oh, God. Well, no, hold on. We know we can get to Starhold through the situation log, the Empire Focus. We know that we can get to Starhold via development. We're actually only 1 tier away. There you go. So Starhold will come back up. We don't need to select it here right now. Let's go for the gas extraction wells, knowing that Starhold, even if it disappears, because we're skipping it, will become available again via that tree. Okay, so that's like a trade-off, but it's a risk we can take. What's going on down here? They're building that star base. Fantastic. We're kind of just sitting on our butts here for these guys to get done. Archaeological site pending. Here we go. Immediately after we completed the restoration and reactivation of the data files, a thrumming musical cadence surged through the ship, accompanied by the auto-tuned voices of ancient mariners. Transcription follows. I'm not going to read the sea shanty for you guys. I'll let you read it, though. Here, there you go. Come all, you young seafarers, listen to me. And then you got the rest of that. And then I'll scroll down to the bottom part. You guys can pause. Let you guys read that if you want to. Translate more lyrics. Yep, let's keep going. It's still difficulty 1, so Sail and Ann will crush through that, no problem. Construction complete. Fantastic. Let's get the trade hub and the mineral hubs. Oh, God. Those look like really bad mineral hubs there. Oh, and observation post, which I believe yields a society technology research, which is good. So we got that going. I think that also completes or will complete an additional Empire Focus right there. That'll take us to level 3 on Observe Pre-FTL. Unfortunately, that's exploration progress, which we don't really care about so much. I did want to switch these out, though. Here, can I switch this? I hate wasting my Unity, but I really want to get better options in here. We're going to keep finishing archaeology site and observation post. We'll change that out once we get that observation post built. We'll come back and we'll switch that one out, okay? Build an agricultural district. God dang it. That's such a cheap way to do that. I just really don't. Crud. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I can't switch out another one. It looks like you can only do one at a time. So you can't burn through all of your Unity that way. I guess that's smart. People might like burn up all their Unity and like hurt their playthrough because they're just trying to get tiles they want. They don't realize how valuable the Unity is. Possibly. I don't know. Okay. We should have a colony ship being built. Almost done. Very close. There's the Empire Focus. Not sure which shore that was.
Construction complete.
Pausing the game right there. Here we go. Brockamar, we just built that station, so we're going to have them build the energy and the mineral things there. Here is the colony ship. We're going to have them en route to Uproth. All right, they're on their way. And this guy is sitting, but we need to, well, we need to finish surveying. This is the Kugan-Amon. Where are they sitting right now? They'll be there pretty soon. Just four more objects to finish investigating. So not too far off on that. And then we can claim A stars. I'm waiting for one of these archaeological sites to finish up. Oh, we discovered living metal. Right here at A stars. That is very rare thing to find indeed in the game. So the fact that we've got access to one is really good. In general, this is like an excellent system. A lot of research is going to come out of there. A moderate amount of minerals. Otherwise, let's jump into our tradition pick here. Yeah, we're down to the 2. Diplomatic acceptance +5. Envoys improving relations have a 1% chance each month of gaining favors. We do want those. And we have an envoy out there with 4 other civilizations. So that would be very valuable because we could, over the decades, gain favors with all of the other major alien species we're interfacing with. The other option is trust cap +50, trust growth +33%. Also good. Let's take that one first, just because it's more immediate. I mean, I want favors, but in general, I think we can do most of the massaging and negotiations we want to without the favors. So, and we've kind of, yeah, we'll get it soon enough. 55 months out, we'll have that one as well. So let's run the clock forward. You can see we're just into the positive on all of our resources right here, which is good. Let's pause again. Expertise in computing 2 for Sale and Anne. Fantastic. Right there. Plus 30% research speed. Chance to compute in research options plus 35%. That's nice. That was that. Here we go. Starbase construction complete. Yeah, you can see we're getting food and energy. So getting a starhold in the coming decade or two and converting them all is going to unlock modules and buildings. A lot more production. A lot more production for us. Close that down. A stars is surveyed. That's fantastic. Let's grab our ship and the Fierno Spaceborne and have them build the star base. Fantastic. And we should have plenty of influence left to claim Uproth. Colony ship is en route. Everyone's kicking along pretty well here. Let's check the ISS-Ys. How far are they here? They will have that system surveyed quite shortly. So that tells me we can pull off the Kugan-Amon to go survey somewhere else. There's not a lot left to do. Is it time to get to Uzun? I think it might be here, folks. After all this time, Kugan-Amon will travel to Uzun, survey the system. It's going to take them a long time to get there. Otherwise, good news is we do have another archaeological site down at Zandaban to look at once one of these other archaeological sites finishes up. We are surveying aliens here. Do we have any others? Any other pre-FTL civilizations we're spying on? Oh, it's possible some of these with would show that, but they're covered up by star bases or something. I think we have 2 others. And yeah, that's it. We're kind of going to start running out of science jobs. for our folks to do. Vakir's just sitting here doing nothing. 13 minerals, though. 6 trade. That's a really valuable system we grabbed. How is Vakir worth so much? Oh my gosh. The Molten World is worth 13. That's cool. I'll take it. All right, folks. Archaeological event pending. Here we go. As we explore the ship, further attempts to power it up and recover its data files unlock more stanzas in ancient space shanty. The ship's holographic display vibrantly projected images of sailors and spacefarers singing and dancing to the accompaniment of, oh boy. Up comes the great dragon in search of our home, through space to a place that's beneath the waves and foam. This is, okay, they're actually singing about a space monster now. Well, shit. Though ye winds fringeward, hey, blow ye winds blow, out to the galaxy, steady she goes. Up comes the Tianki, the king of deep space, racing our ships in a hyperspace chase. Okay, there we go. This is some Leviathans related shit. Translate more lyrics, let's keep going. I'm sure when we finish this, something horrible is going to happen. Breakthrough chance is 10%, difficulty is 1, skill bonus is at a +5 right now. Sailing Ann is kicking ass here, folks. We're actually running through some months and years, though. That's nice. Big Esmeralda, what'd you just get? Well, Big Es. Leader. Where the hell's Big Esmeralda? Got which one? I don't even know. Joint exercise? Space Friends Club. Federation Naval Combat Contributions +5%. Federation Fleet Cap Modifier +10. So, being in the Federation, I think probably the main thing you get out of is the ability to have a really powerful fleet relative to everyone else. Yeah, that looks good. We are still over our cap on officials, which is digging into our Unity production. We really need to get that fixed at some point. Although, to be fair, one of our leaders is probably just going to die pretty soon, so I don't got to worry about it. Let's run that clock. We'll dismiss that.
Research complete.
All right. Just realized we have a reasonable amount of surplus alloy. Maybe worth building up a few more ships here. Let's nudge up a little closer on this. So let's head to Edelmar and let's throw in a few more ships with... Oh, wow. We could design some Federation destroyers. Oh my gosh, because the Talacuran invented destroyers. Oh, do we want to do that? What would it take? Building the ship would put the Federation fleet over its maximum capacity. Oh, we have 0 capacity. Son of a beep. How do we get to the ability 0 cap? Because we haven't passed any laws yet? Crap. Where are we at here? Fleet contribution, none. We want to turn this on. Members transfer 10% of their naval capacity to the Federation. And requires centralization to be low or higher. We haven't unlocked low yet. It's just going to take time. Okay, that's all. Requires Federation level 2. If we jump to the levels here. Oh. We are very close.
Construction complete.
Oh, no. Here's the experience bar. Oh, crap. Yeah, sorry. This filling up. So we're at 100% total cohesion right now. We're sitting as nice as we can be. I'm seeing that the total cohesion impact is plus 4.92. That's coming from Federation +1 that we're providing. Representatives assigned +5 because we have a representative. And the XP generated is maxed out at 10 because our cohesion is 100. Okay, so we're flying through this as quick as we can, but it's going to take a freaking decade. Okay, it is what it is. What else do we got going on here then? Construction complete at Brockamar. Very nice. Let's take the ISS Conway and get them towards Ipiscilia. Sure, and let's actually have them spend the influence to build that. So they'll go take care of that for us. What else is completed? Here we go. A-Star just got that wrapped. We are going to take... Oh, they're almost done. They're finishing the observation post. Let's scoot these guys along right now and go claim Uproth. Right there. Boom. And then we'll have the Bones of a Dead Star scoot into A Star and build all these stations. Colony ship is still en route to Uproth, so it should work out pretty well. And it looks like we just finished up survey at the Yanessa system. Fantastic. Yanessa is a moderate system. Quite a bit of trade coming out of there. The +9 is not bad, and a little bit of other stuff. So, yeah, there were some very valuable systems in this arm of the galaxy. So I'm glad we got it. I'm curious as to why this little trinary system right here has not been claimed by the Freestwanians. I would love to get a crack at that. We would need to be able to like punch through or make our own wormhole to get to that or something or other. Although I do see that there is in fact an unexplored natural wormhole. Let's do this. Let's take the ISSYs and have them... Is that the nearest one? Hold on. Sorry. Zoom in right there. Yes, I can see we have a single wormhole and a single gateway. Let's take the ISSYs, because we're running out of science-related stuff for them to do. Although she could do archaeology. Ah, shit. Isn't one of our ships going up to Uzon right now? Who's headed to Uzon? Oh, these guys got a ways to go. You know what? Let's leave it for the Kuganamon. When they finish with Uzon, we'll have them jump into the wormhole. Because they're already going that way, folks, right? It's way around the long way. So, that being said, let's take the Ys, since they do have archaeology level 1, and let's have them work down here at Zandaban. Right there. Excavate the site. Alright, so we'll have all 3 archaeology sites going at once. Technology Research, Edict Fund +20. We're about wrapped up. The progress we make calls for a new, nimbler form of administration that may aid rather than hinder us in our growth. New research. Fantastic. Okay, wow, we got some good stuff here, folks. We can get the colonization, centralization. This would fix our official... Well, it would allow us to have an extra commander, official, and scientist. It would unlock the Hall of Judgment, planetary capital building. Those are pretty important. I like the habitability +5% here. That's really nice. And we don't need the blocker for the time being. So these two are both really good. Habitability +5 would help all of our worlds except our home world, which we're already 100% habitability on. And it would just make everyone a little happier. They'd grow a little faster. Their jobs would be a little bit better. And that's for like 8 other colonies it's going to be. It's really big. It's really good. However, we know we want more leaders in general. Oh, gosh dang. And this pathway does lead to other stuff. Unity gains, which is what we need to focus on. So I think because the habitability is a flat, quantifiable thing, you know, this is what we want. It fixes problems we have, and it'll lead to more unity. Let's do it. 42 months out on that. Fantastic. So you can see we'll be capping off 3 sciences within a few years the next time we play. Hopefully we can get all of these. I think that's a good stopping point for today. But I feel like we actually were able to run quite a bit of clock this time. We are wrapping up on these science projects. It looks like we'll be working through, probably over the next episode or 2, the remaining archaeological digs will kind of resolve themselves. And we'll just fill in all the holes as far as our star system. So we'll be moving hard into the middle of the game. Our space will be defined. We'll have claimed all the systems. We'll have developed all the stations, at least up to the rare resource ones that we're kind of waiting on. And we'll just worry about building fleets. We'll worry about building out our getting to Starhold technology and building that out. So I guess we'll focus back in next time on the Empire focus and just make sure we're pushing forward on this stuff to get us to the Tier 4 Starhold. Okay? That's it for now. So, yeah, game progresses. Take care, folks. Till next time.